believe I just did 25 minutes of silence on there. That blows. Hey, what's up, everybody? It is your friendly neighborhood BJJ podcast for Rapid Spars coming to you live right now. Hopefully that you can hear me. And we are broadcasting for tonight's UFC Vegas 6. If you're wondering, hey, Raph, was that just you talking and no one could hear you? Yeah, that was me. Our thanks to 1G Baby, who I should retoast on here, actually, if I'm thinking about it. But we're in the middle of a fight. Ooh! Zalal knocks down Barrett with a spinning back kick that does disorient him. And now he's starting to put it on, he's starting to put it on Barnett, who is trying to move, gets over to a single leg, but now you're seeing Zalal on a front headlock. He's probably going to try and pull him down at this point. I like that Anders is saying, wow, and there is a big, big wow factor in all of this. Comes in with the flying knee, does start to wreck him up. Barnett has his wits about him again, sends a kick on over toward him, but Zalal easily moves out of the way like he's in some sort of matrix. We'll go ahead and put the names of the folks fighting, but just to let you guys know, this is Zalal and Barrett in the first round, and that's a lot of action that's taken place within the first 60 seconds, which is almost insane. Jesus. Boom. Significant strikes. Zalal is in at 22-1 for Barrett. I like center line. Don't forget, Barnett was the one just telling us, ooh, a nice little kick. Flying knee again over by Zalal. Barnett was telling us in the post or in the pre-presser over here, he was saying, hey, I'm the underdog. If you want to make some money, bet on me. Ooh, did not bet, though. On him getting kneed in the face. Jesus. This is insane. I can't believe that. I'm going to be so mad at my my thing that didn't let me talk. I guarantee you that's what I'm going to think about tonight when this is all said and done. When I go back later on and I'm going to be so pissed that no one said a goddamn thing. Boo. Boo, I say to you. Sounds like I thought Felder was saying he's been working on all strength, not conditioning. Like, what kind of weird program is that? I'm here for the strength and conditioning. Oh, cool. What do you want to work on? Not conditioning. Bro, it's called strength and conditioning. What are we supposed to do with you? Not conditioning, bro. So again, thanks for you guys who are watching in right now. I thought Felder was saying. Let's go ahead and kill that sound real quick so that you don't get any feedback. But yes, we appreciate you giving us some love right now. Feel free to go ahead and hit us up in the comment section. Give us your comments, concerns, hints, allegations. I appreciate all of you guys coming through. Let us know. We want to hold on to our friends. We want to thank you guys for working through us with the sound patch at the very beginning. Strengthen my condition. Sounds like a failed Soundgarden album. Barnett has come back in the fight, so he was saying he was a scrappy underdog, so he is delivering on that promise. And Zalal is pressed up against the cage, so it is interesting. This is going to be his opportunity to shine, but if he's able to get this Kimura grip and really work something, what's up, Alex Mall, 007? I like that you put 007. James Bond fan? If so, what's your favorite James Bond film? Hit me in the comment section, dude. Zalal backs out, but it looks actually pretty good for the wear over here. Barnett looks okay. Could be better. Not the worst. What's up, Kevin Bradley? Good to see you, bud. Remember, give us a like and a share, and you get a cheers live on air. I mean, Barnett is really hoping that he makes it to this second round so he gets a little bit of rest time. I mean, frankly, I'm hoping I get some rest time on this one. We're showing Barnett's corner, who are slowly getting the bench ready. Oh, Zalal kind of gets vaguely clipped and then does the finger wag of, oh, no, you didn't. You did not connect with me, which, as we all know, is a scientific way of saying, I did not appreciate that. "10 seconds left to go in this first round of action. Kiss the toes. Now the two of them are looking at each other with almost kind of flirting with one another, and they make it to a second round. Barnett is around, and he will live to see another day. So get excited for that. And you guys should get excited. Why the hell are you not charging? Technology is all fun around me today. Come on. All right. I'm going to have to double check how that one's charging. Well, did you guys have Zalal winning that one? Because you should. If you didn't, that's your issue, not mine. We are getting some folks who are watching who I've never seen before. I'm digging Barnett looking like a mere Sadola. I like that. Oh, I love that I can do the comments now. Look at this. Is that working? Do you guys see the comments now? Holy shit. That's got to be pretty dope. All right, let's see if that's working. This will be very interested to see how this is working. Because normally I'm not able to pick up the comments, but on this one I might be able to. So I'm hoping that's the case because I would love to be able to integrate them. It might not be. So my apologies. But I appreciate you, G-Baby, for letting us know. It says, oh my God, he was out. That was a nasty kick. That is from Nico Price. Kind of. All right. I think one of these days I'm going to have to start sending in more of these tweets. Because some of the people they quote on here are mostly just people who are just watching. It's not even like they're celebrities. Because the prelims, they just kind of go, listen, nobody's watching these yet. So anybody tweeting at us, we'll put you on. Let me go and see if I take that off. I don't think it's coming on. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to pull quotes from this one just yet, but maybe on the next broadcast stream, I'll be able to make some adjustments. Now you're seeing Barnett start to push the action, pushing up Zalal against the cage. Zalal returns in kind by just shoving him out of the way. Eek. Now again, a kiss. I like that. Kiss the toes. What's up, Timmy? Congrats to you on your deadlifting, which, by the way, is cheating in jiu-jitsu. A lot of people don't talk about this, but working on your strength and conditioning for jiu-jitsu is cheating, not actual jiu-jitsu. Now you're seeing Zalal work on a choke, has both hooks in. He's doing a pretty decent job to begin on keeping his balance. Doesn't have a choke yet, but he is hanging on pretty tight over here. Barnett's taking his time. You'd imagine if he works with somebody like Joe Lozon that he is pretty adept at having people attack him in this form. So I would give him some credit in that regard. You are seeing Zalal now start to slip down, starting to move him down, losing it a little bit more, and now he's going to start punching in the side where you are seeing Barnett cover up, but there's not a ton he's able to do. Now he gets one arm through. He's going to have a choke here. He has the left arm around. Now, Zalal's doing a good job of trying to get this arm through. Has to give it up as Barnett starts to hand fight here a little bit. It's a very unique predicament to be put in by any accord. And you are seeing Zalal slowly get more time. He has 2 minutes and 30 seconds here. He has one arm in, and it is around the shoulder. So now he's switching over. Now the hand goes over the head, which is not where you want it to be, because that's when you get people who can start to hand fight it really, really aggressively. The squeeze is coming in over here, and it does look like you are seeing Barnett still in here. He does manage to get the hands off, but right back on top, Zalal comes in, and you see Barrett, starting to knee at the thighs over on this side, which traditionally doesn't do much for you when you are trying to get out of a rear naked choke. At least not in the regular grappling sense, but could be wrong here. What's this ground stuff? Yeah, I know, bud. This is where people should be stood up immediately, right? It has been fun doing these shows where We are finding that since people can't go to bars, they will tune into us, and we do have randoms that just show up on like our Periscope that go, turn camera around, stand them up, boo. And I go, man, if you can't go to B-dubs can come to you the easiest. Yeah, I agree. File like a man, says Timmy Gone. What's up, Wilfred? Yeah, it's an unfortunate aspect, Timmy. He's still trying to flatten him out. I mean, there's still 50 seconds here. This is just the longer you have to stay in this position, it is way worse. And he does handcuff him a little bit here, but instead he's going to continue on. Says he should just elbow him. I don't know, man. He might be able to get this choke in. It is looking dire. He was doing better with almost turning it into like a bulldog variation here. He just keeps forgetting to go behind the head instead of in front of it. That's what almost seems to keep Barrett in this thing. And there's 22 seconds. And Barrett is still just in it. Like he's doing enough to stay alive. 14 seconds. Barrett is going to find his way, climb his way back on up. He might be able to dump Zalal, but if he does dump him, it's going to be with enough time for them to get a third round. Well, that was a lot of back take. Timmy, have you been back to training? I know you probably haven't. I'm just going to guess that. What's up, Makros or Marcos? Good to see you. Glad you are joining us here today. Hail Mary overhand from Barrett. Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry. That's what we're doing. We're doing a public service announcement for all of California. We're turning in everybody who answers the question wrong. So yeah, good catch on that one. Eek. That's why it was so funny when you put down that you're like, oh man, I'm training so hard with my strength and my lifting of these weights. And I was like, not a fan. Not a fan. Get weak like the rest of us. We're all just taking these times off. Nobody's doing jiu-jitsu, Timmy, so you shouldn't either. Taibo at home. Well, Timmy did do Taekwondo, so he's got at least a quarter of that experience. But I would say Timmy might be, he's like right up there with Billy Blanks. I'd put him up there. Third round. Zalal. Barrett. Who gonna win this one? So far, you have to imagine this is 2-0 for Zalal. But Barrett has proven himself to be at least durable, so that's going to be interesting to see. Damn, Skippy, we trained with Bull. Or Billy. Yeah, that's what I thought you did. God, it's been too long. Sometimes people ask me about training, and I'm like, I remember once I trained. 2-0. Yep, that's the right way to go about it, sir. You were scoring it correctly, so kudos to you. Yeah, that's what I was going to tell you. Timmy, you just need to get some mats at home. Get some mats at home. Get the kids. Start drilling with them. I'll tell you this much, Timmy. Nobody cares about your bench press when you're getting heel hooked. So just remember that. All right. Barrett was putting on Zalal for just a little bit. Zalal backs out, but now starts to be swatting at him like a cat over this way. Barrett's coming back. He's showing that. Oh, I'll text him. There's a thing that's distanced. Beautiful. Yeah, I've heard rumors about a number of things, so I appreciate that, man. Good jab over here. 3. Sorry about that. That is my iPad letting me know it is down on a percentage, which is why we're charging my phone. No off button to the Genius switch here, kids. Zalal coming back a little bit more alive right now, which is kind of nice to see. Comes in with one of those nice little penitent flying knees that he's been doing. Gets in on the single, is able to accomplish it. Barrett is trying to go for a guillotine here. I don't think he's going to have it as clean as he wants to because there is a pass that is happening, and it comes through ever so effortlessly as you see Zalal just kind of dump the legs. Now he's in on a head and arm triangle here. If he's able to get across the body, which he is trying to, Barrett is doing his best to keep that knee up, which is going to prevent it for a little bit and might be able to allow him to get a little bit more invert. But now he's just kind of stuck in this position, which is going to allow Zalal to just start beating the shit out of him. What's up, Marcus? Good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing well. Shouldn't you be on a run right now? Oh, wait, you might be. I don't know. I always feel like every time I see you on social media, especially Instagram, you're just running somewhere and telling us, hey, mates, you know, the thing about running is it's hard. In the absence of professors, we should rename the moves and just force the change. Triangles are now forever Brazilian loin strangles. I would hope not. I don't ever want to have to say in a broadcast other than this one. That is a Brazilian loin strangle. Hey, as it is, you've got what's his face? Danaher leading the choke versus strangle argument, which is the dumbest argument to have. It's like, well, you know, actually, those are referred to as strangles, not chokes. It's absurd. No, it's not. It's not that absurd. What's up, Casey? How have you been, bud? I know you're always working hard. It's good to see you joining us and slumming it with us over on this side of the world. Hope you're doing well. Dude, some of your training has been beast-like, but I'm looking at your Instagram story, seeing what you're up to. What's up, Andrew Alexander? If you guys haven't seen my interview with Andrew, go check it out. It's on all Grappling Hour platforms, but do it after we do this. Don't do it now. We're in the process of doing this, and you want to watch this, and you want to watch me. So watch my interview with Andrew. It's quite an interesting exploration. We hear about his journey from being an owner of a 10th planet all the way back at being a baby blue belt to now being a savage black belt who is running the game, and he's going to be competing over at the Sapatero on August 29th. Good kid. Really enjoy him. Glad he's joining us in the midsection over this way. Speaking of which, 41 seconds. You do get the impression that Barrett is going to be able to survive this, but you do not feel... Oh, never mind. We're on a better rear naked choke here. He still keeps putting it in the forward part. Like, he's not continuously hiding it behind his head. And I know that doing that with gloves is much more difficult to do. It's almost like it's giving him his escape route. It's like you put him in a straitjacket and then you hand him the key on the inside. It's almost vaguely annoying. But what's even more annoying is that body triangle. It's loosened up now, but nice attempt to go for that armbar transition over there. I guess he figured, you know what? If I'm going to leave this, I might as well try for this triangle and this armbar, and the two of the gents exchange some well wishes to one another as you get the feeling we're going to come back for an official decision that isn't going to be very far from what you're really thinking is happening. If you have this scored a certain way, good news, you're right. In fact, it's one of the few fights that the judges actually don't have to submit cards for. They just go, you know, we're good. Whatever you think it was, it is. Because you can't get that one wrong. At least not in theory. We've seen worse things happening in the world. We're getting a lot of people tuning in from international places. And to that, I say thank you. And I hope that you can hear me and understand me. And I hope you like the show. If not, it's free. What are you going to do? Meanwhile, we're looking to see how far we're going over on this side. And I'm going to give a couple notes. If you guys are watching on Periscope, feel free to give us a comment in there. We are doing our best to keep on everybody who is chatting with us this evening. So we are doing a decent job so far, I would say, of keeping up with all of our comments. We are at the tail end of the second fight of the evening, which should easily be handed on over to one Yusuf Zalal. But let's just double check and make sure that the judges have eyes. Your official decision coming up right about now. 30-26 and 30-27. Unanimous decision for Yusuf, the Rockin' Devil. Is that really it? The Moroccan Devil? Yep. All right. Well, you know, some nicknames are first drafts. You know? Moroccan Devil. Yeah, that spinning back kick was pretty money. I have to give him a lot of credit. And it's one of those ones that you see from him where he just goes, dude, why did you hit me like that in slow motion? It's beautiful to see. All right, we're checking on over. We're making sure all comments are being appropriately given some acknowledgement for. All right, we're back on track over on this side. So, as a reminder, if you're watching on Facebook, if you give us a like and a share, we give you a toast on air. G baby, did we? Yeah, we gave you a toast, so you're clean. You're good. I don't have to take care of you anymore. I like that they have a fight summary which says 66 significant strikes and 6 minutes and 27 seconds of ground control time, and that is the fight summary. I mean, it felt like it was 15 minutes, but you know, they did stand up for a little bit. It does not look like they will be chatting with him, though. Oh, nope, I take it back. We do have him. And Yusuf is super all smiles right now. See, Yusuf is saying he came in feeling great, man. He was listening to his coaches over on the side. And he says, you know, hey, he wishes that he got a finish, but
Well, I was just going to ask you. I mean, you got to imagine that spinning back kick that you landed.
Oh, I think they bleeped out Yusuf there. I think he was just letting out a holy shit. Yeah, I think they're bleeping out Yusuf, and I am all about it. This kid is great. Yeah, they're bleeping about so much, but it's just like a pure reaction of joy. Like, this dude is so happy, and he should be happy. He won. He's beast. Says this is his second fight in 6 weeks. And he says that he came here when he was 11 years old, and he's willing to take any opportunity he's got put in front of him. Good for this kid, man. All right. I got a lot of appreciation for this kid. I'm going to come back. I'm going to see if I could circle around to interviewing this one. This kid is still giving shout outs to everybody he knows, dedicated a fight to a friend going through some rough times. And hey, man, yeah, I dig what he's all about. Let's find out more about him. All right. So just as a reminder, we are here. We're only in the second fight right now. We're going to go to Gavin Tucker and Justin James in a few moments. But in the meantime, I hope that you guys are having a solid evening. Feel free to throw me any questions, comments, concerns, hints, allegations in the comment section. You guys are a big portion of how this show operates. If you guys are fun and have some fun, we all have some fun. So I'm not putting it on you like you're going to be held responsible, but I will blame you. I'll be very clear about that. I will blame you, especially you, Andrew. Like I will put you on blast. And I'll be like, this is Andrew's fault, man. Andrew let us down. I don't know what happened. Promising tart, but yikes. Don't know about that kid. Justin James has a MMA record of 16-4 last fight, UFC debut, and he had a first round TKO in 41 seconds. So that'll be interesting to see if he's able to re-pull that off in this setting. I think there was a mention of Guitar Hero in there, and I don't really know what that's all about. I do appreciate that. Love it. Let me see. I appreciate it. Look at this. All these people here just being so great with their time. Appreciate everybody coming through, talking some shop, enjoying themselves. Feel free to drop me some notes, you guys. I'll tell you a few things other to consider or to look out for throughout the week. We've been having a very good time watching all of these UFC fights, but we've been doing a lot of work over on Grappling Hour. We got some fun surprises coming up in the next few weeks, but we've been on a run, man. We've had some of the best episodes, I think, in the past 2-3 weeks, month, that I think that we've ever done. We were able to talk earlier this week to one JT Torres. That was a blast. Got to catch up with him, see what he was up to. We've also recently chatted with Gary Tonin, who gave us a live report from Fight Island, which was insane. Can't believe we were able to get that. Just been continuous amounts of good fortune that we've been having here. So again, if you guys want to give us a like and a share on our Facebook, we will be certain to give you guys a good shout out on the broadcast. We'll give you a nice toast like we do to those fighters who get finishes within regulation. So just as a reminder of that. Any chance Dan the Wolfman will guest appear? That's a good question. You're going to have to tell me who Dan the Wolfman is. Which Dan is that? Zach. Appreciate you guys giving us some stuff. Harrison M. Kruger. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying what we've got over this way. Trying to think which Dan you're referring to. I don't know. We know a lot of people, so unfortunately sometimes my brain goes dumb. If you want to tell me which one, I can give you a better answer. Until then, I can't stop thinking about Teen Wolf. Because when you said Wolfman, it made me think of Teen Wolf. That's how my pop culture brain goes. It goes UFC, obscure pop culture references, Michael J. Fox movies, bar trivia. That's it. Yes, a like and a share gives you a toast on air. So stoked that you guys are coming along for the ride with us. Again, ask me some questions. What do you guys want to know? I am intrigued to give you guys some sorry, getting a few funny texts from people who are watching, and we always appreciate that, especially new fans who are not used to us. So we're getting used to a little bit of columns A, B, and C. But yes, feel free to throw any questions you got at me. I'll take anything right now. Especially in that we've had a very interesting past couple of weeks, at least with MMA, you know. In addition to seeing that Khabib and Justin Gaethje is going to happen, very stoked for that fight. Very much looking forward to having a team come together and do a full panel show for that one. But in the meantime, we're making do with some of these smaller shows, which, I mean, honestly, what it really comes down to is, and I think we had somebody chime in a little bit earlier who was like, I forgot there were fights tonight. And that's essentially where everybody is right now. Nobody's remembering there are fights until we do one of these. And even sometimes I don't remember until I go, oh, fuck, am I doing one of these or not? Maybe. So that has been a fun experimentation to have on the broadcast. We've also been doing some interviews for a very special Grappling Hour project that we will release later. But I think that you guys will very much enjoy that project. It is, I think, going to be very, very worth your time. The people that we brought on is a great cross-section of jiu-jitsu athletes. And, you know, like I said, when we get to talk more about it, I think you guys are going to be huge into it. So we've already given G-Baby his cheers. If you guys give us a like and a share on Facebook, we will give you a toast. So just to remind you of how this beast works. And we're actually going to give it a share on Facebook on the Verbal Tap page as we remind people, yes, we are on air right now. Again, sorry we shared a telecast for a good 25 minutes that we had no clue nobody could hear us on. That was a fun thing to find out. I rank it up there with the amount of angry I was when I saw that we are going to have another several weeks of lockdown. Fucking zaw. So UFC Vegas 6, watch along. Grab a beer and join with. I like this though. Look at this. A man writing "Go Canada." Go home, Canada. You're drunk. Oh, you're going for Gavin. Got it. Sorry. I don't know. Gavin's 34 years old, man, which in MMA years is ancient. It puts him at early eligibility for the AARP. So it's not like it's bad. I mean, hey, get yours, dude. We're going to see how this one plays out. And if for any reason this starts to duck out on the iPad, stay with me. We'll be able to replicate it and rescue it ever so shortly as we are charging the phone. We are a full-scale production here, people. I don't have a young Jamie doing all of this for me. It's me. It's both being Joe Rogan and young Jamie in the same sentence is really what it comes down to. All right, Gavin Tucker, Nova Scotia. So that's who you're going for here, bud. I see what you're doing now. 11-1. That's a good record. So you're looking pretty good here, Keller. I think that you might have somebody. You might have a real dog in this fight. Sorry about that interruption again. It's letting me know I'm down to 5% on my iPad, which usually means it'll stick for another 10 minutes. But in the event it doesn't, oops, fight is about to underway right now. And look at this. Look at these. Jesus Christ. These tattoos on one Tucker make it look like he is in the Illuminati. Like, that's the shit that you put on. It says Gavin Tucker looks like you created a character for the UFC game. I don't disagree with that at all, bud. Somebody's sitting there going like, hey man, I'm gonna put 15 different tattoos on me like this. I'm gonna put this one, it's a butterfly. It represents my metamorphosis. Oh man, what a day. It's been a very solid beginning to this right now. As you're seeing, with 4 minutes, 17 seconds by my clock over on this way. Tucker looking very solid right now. I've remembered seeing James before. I did like when I saw his last fight. Yeah, guess what? For that one, Giancarlo, since you're the best comment so far of the broadcast, you're going to get the pinned comment. That's a high honor, sir. Not just everybody gets a pinned comment. But if somebody beats that, I'm going to, give it to them. In the meantime, duck and jabs over on this side by one Janes. Tucker trying to press forward the action, rushes ahead. Janes moves out of the way like it's a rhino heading toward him in Spider-Man 2. The bad Spider-Man, not the good one. Continuously there. So just as a heads up, as well as the Instagram folks, these things only allow us to do 1 hour broadcasts at a time. So when this one comes to a completion, we're going to start a new broadcast. That's just a heads up to you guys, because if this fight goes the full distance, that means we're going to have to start a new broadcast. That's my way of telling you. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. Nice, considerable work here by Tucker. Of course, Keller is the one that's going for Tucker over here. He's the one who's making this a whole different nation against nation sort of thing, which is fine. You can say go Canada. It's fine by me. Do what you need to, bud. I also just got a text from one of my friends who let me know that we did know the person who was fighting recently already on one of the fights earlier. Yeah, one of my friends goes, yeah, dude, my buddy was fighting earlier tonight. And I was like, oh, that's the one he always talks about. Yeah, I guess we know him. Oops, sorry. Just don't tell him that. You guys are like my inner circle. I don't tell him, so you don't tell him. If you were to put James in as a stand-in for like a group called Disturbed, you'd probably look at him and be like, yeah, I think he fits. I think he's in that group, isn't he? Timmy Gunn, now that you mention it, having crazy-ass tattoos is a great defensive tactic for BJJ. Throw people off with a visible Tinkerbell tattoo. Their confusion will give you a spare second. That is a lot of commitment for somebody who doesn't have a good armbar defense, is I guess what we're really coming down to here, Tim Gunn. I would tell you, I have said that, ooh, nice knockdown by James, and you are seeing Tucker start to respond by trying to get in a guard. Now, a little bit off center. You're seeing James work in for the neck. Looks like for a split second, he was trying to go almost for that guillotine. A 2-on-1 section over here, a nice knee, and Tucker is back up. Looking really weird for our Go Canada fans right now. And James coming in with some nice strikes. He is now starting to piece up Tucker. Tucker is now covering up for dear life. And you are seeing James just start to get backed up ever so slightly, probably conserving some of his energy on this one. And in response, Tucker goes for a takedown, a single leg, leaves his neck out there. There's 49 seconds. That looks like it's going to be a lot of time to go ahead and try and tough it out. You're seeing him try to mermaid his way out of the guillotine, and he pops out. Well done. Great defense by one. Woo. And now we are firmly the point where whoever is the sponsor for his underwear is probably getting their money's worth here, as Reebok is probably super pissed. That is a mounted head and arm triangle, which you can finish. But also it's getting really awkward with the underwear that down. You don't want to be that angle. You really want to be parallel with the person you're trying to apply it to. So what's up, Mater or Matar? Good to have you join us. You were right in the midst of two of these gentlemen making it to a second round. Pull up your pants, dude. Man, that got real excited real quick. Although, ooh, look at his face. Let us cover that up very quickly. Ooh, dude's got a little bit of a quato on his top part of his left forehead over here. Don't hit me in that. That's all I think about right now. Megan, I saw you share, and I'm glad you're around with us. We will get to you on a cheers in a moment, but I have to finish vomiting in my mouth from that mark on his head. James's. I don't know how much compress you can put on that. It's going to make that thing even on out. But it looks like that dude has a firm egg, hard-boiled egg that's now stuck on the inner part of his above elbow eye. All right. Well, that's a weird round, everybody. You got to imagine, cut me, Mick. No, don't cut me. The last thing I want to see is a fucking... What's up, Scully? What's up, Mr. Aristi? Glad you guys are watching along with us. We're in the second round of an exciting, interesting, different fight between one Gavin Tucker and Justin James, which, by the way, I didn't put the insignia for the fight on our main broadcast, so my apologies. But to those of you watching on right here, we are about at the 53-minute mark for the Instagram, which means I've got about 5 more minutes before I have to reset this. So don't go anywhere. We will make a new broadcast. Just chill. Everybody be cool. As we watch right now, Gavin Tucker is really angry that he was put through the ringer, and maybe even a little bit angrier that he got pantsed in the middle of that fight, which begs the question, how tight are those pants? You know, are the shorts not... Are they the elastic ones that kind of stretch out? Because those are the ones I wear because I'm fat. But when you're in shape, those things, yikes. Good thing Venom is coming in to save us next year with some new brand apparel. Am I right, people? Reebok. 4 minutes left to go in this fight. It's been an exciting fight thus far in, and right now you're seeing Tucker take the lead again. And early on, Tucker was looking really good, but in that last round, James was getting in some really heavy and significant strikes here. I like that it says +1 there. Thank you very much, Timmy. Ugh. It is interesting to see, though, that maybe the tattoos are a little bit disorienting. Maybe James is so used to fighting with training partners. Venom makes good shit. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see them back in. It's very cool. We're very happy to see Reebok finally get replaced because, you know, they paid their fighters so much money. So much money. I was pulling for them, man. I was hoping Reebok would have some money that they got from, like, one of my aunts or uncles who bought me Reebok shoes as a mistake when I was a child, and that they could do something with that money. Oh, God, that elbow was not where it was supposed to be. That elbow was right almost on the neck as he ducked his head down. No, thank you. Is UFC watching? Bring back Condom Depot. Don't worry, dude. Condom Depot is just waiting their time out. Can you imagine the naming price was when they were trying to figure out how to name Condom Depot. They're like, well, we got a condom. That's what we're going to sell. But we got a depot full of them. What are we going to name this thing, bro? 12-6. Wow, indeed. So now the fates have kind of reversed on this one. Tucker is now ahead 22 to 4 strikes. In the last round, it was almost reversed. So it is interesting to see how this is coming down. 2:14 left to go here. Very fascinating will fight in this one. To those of you watching on Facebook, it's a good time to remind you guys, like Megan, if you give us a like and a share, we will. You're more than welcome to go and do this. This one comes from Farad Kostani. It says, are you really set here for 5 viewers? I mean, you're here. No, there's more than that who watch on all of our different networks. But I like the Farad. You're welcome to leave at any point. But what does that say about you watching us right now if you're trying to insult us? No, your life has meaning too. I promise. Continuing on, Tucker and James continuing to make me a little uneasy about that Quado on his head. I just feel like that's a giant target that people will consistently try to bullseye throughout the rest of the fight. And thus far in, it is holding up, and I'm going to be interested to see what it looks like if we go to a third round over on this way. Nice knee over by Tucker. Seeing James start to cover up just a little bit over on this way. Tucker's starting to get a lot more striking precision in on this round. Very calm, very collected, super composed on how he's doing it. Yeah. Or as I believe Felder was saying right now, he's really starting to feel himself in this one. Okay. So just to let you guys know, the round is going to end here. We're going to end this broadcast on the iPad, but we're going to restart it back up in a second. Don't go anywhere on the Instagram. We will be right back. We've got, minute 45. So I'm going to let that one get killed, and we are going to be up, back, and running in just a second. So don't go anywhere. Come back. We'll see you for the third round on Instagram in just 1 minute. And for those of you guys watching and continuously checking along for our coverage over here, thank you for not going anywhere. Super stoked to have you. Got to do a little insignia. UFC Vegas 6 come through. And then we continue on. And just to remind you, yes, Megan, I have not forgotten about you giving us some props and that you are deserved the cheers. We will be doing that momentarily. Super excited that you guys are here. Also looking around, see G-Baby still with us. Thank you very much, G-Baby. Always love you checking us out. If you give us a like and a share, you're going to get a cheers just like Megan is in just a minute, just to remind you guys. All right. Let us go up and set up our favorite thing in the world right now. Oh, God, that's so funny. Somebody said, hey, come lift with me. And I don't lift. Look, obviously I don't lift. I don't know why, but this fucking lighting sucks. So let's see if I can bring this one back up a little bit better on this side. All right, friends, we're in the third round right now. Tucker and James continuing their battle of wills. Super stoked you're following along with us. Some people are saying it's 19-19 apiece. Hopefully it is. Hopefully it is even on that side. That's so weird that it does that. There we go. All right, we're back up and running on the Instagram. What's up, everybody? Rafa Esparza coming to you back live over on this way. We're in the third round of Tucker and James. 4:20 left to go over here, and you are seeing Tucker start to try and piece apart James here. And James had an amazing first round with some of these knockdowns, and Tucker is now making him shoot in with some sloppy shots over on this side. He's able to almost handcuff him, but it's going to give up side control over here. Let's see how he's able to start to make any adjustments here. I like that Durs is saying blood in the water. Yep. Now he's got a rear naked choke attempt over here. Body triangle. You are seeing James not 100% do the right things to defend this. Now he is almost behind the head. He switches the arms. Again, he's trying to get the ability to go behind the head. James is doing the best that he can to fight here. This one might be a little bit better. Nope. Still the same thing. James is just fighting for any chance he gets. The body triangle switching has been continuous and very, very consistent over on this side. This is looking progressively worse as you're seeing James do his best to try and fight it out, but he is going to tap right here, which means we will need to give up a cheers to him as well. And you see a very exhausted one, Justin James, being addressed by the physician. The two of the gents exchange some words to each other, and that is going to do it for that fight. Let's learn some stuff about Farad. I'm just always intrigued whoever wants to come in and shit on somebody. Oh no, look. Farad has a fake profile that doesn't allow you to see anything about him. It's probably because there's nothing interesting about him. Womp womp. You think he likes birds? Maybe. What's up, Nadia Wilson? Thank you very much for joining along. Hope you guys are having a very good day. And you were seeing, my God, Justin James, as they're trying to clean him up right now. Yeah, those scratches are all over his face. Yikes. So let's see what else we got over this way. Kaylor, you got to be happy. So congrats to you on that one. Let's go ahead and do a quick cheers over to one Gavin Tucker. I would wait to hear what he has to say, but I think I know what he's going to say. This cheers goes on over to one Gavin Tucker. Gavin, congratulations to you. That was a hard-fought win. More importantly, you were so persistent. You switched that body triangle no less than 9 times, and yet you were able to get the finish, whereas some people, myself, probably couldn't have. So cheers to you, friend, and congrats on a solid rear naked choke finish. Boom. Why is there a commercial for tennis? Like, I don't need tennis right now. We're good. Is that because there's other tennis things that are happening? Because I legitimately would not know if there was. What's up, Jacob? Jacob, welcome. Thanks for joining us again. Hope you're having a good day. We are in the process of doing our UFC Vegas 6 coverage. We just saw a rear naked choke finish by one Gavin Tucker. Isn't that a movie, Gavin Tucker Must Die? I don't know. Anyway, Canada does pull ahead on this one, so, you know. It says, Faroud looks like the type of guy that would slap his own ass in a football game. Probably. I think Farad actually, let me just double check here. Farad has one of those I'm in the middle of a shopping district kind of photos that he tells someone like, hey, take my photo. And they go, dude, I want to take this photo. And it's like, dude, take my photo. I'm going to look so cool. Does not look cool. Marco Martinez says, I got to go photograph Ains versus Tommy Aaron at the Queen Mary. He's always in a fun fight. Well, Marco, thank you very much for dropping by. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoy that. Have a great time at the Queen Mary. Always appreciate that. John Tucker Must Die. Thank you. Think I could make it one day to the UFC, Jacob? Sure. Hey, listen, bro. A lot of what we know right now is out the window. Like, Dana White is oscillating between making it super hard for people to get in the UFC and then making it a quarantine lottery. Gavin Tucker says that he feels tested and he's happy he was able to come away with the victory. And he said he was tough. He knew what he was coming for. Guy says he was a big swinger. He was coming out for sure. So they're probably going to talk about that first round. Oh, now they're going to ask about the guillotine, but I think he's going to say he wasn't that close.
You lost the shorts, man.
Yeah, well, you know what? It was the option was escape or die. So I escaped.
Assuming you're healthy, you look fantastic in there tonight. Hopefully, we can see you soon. How soon would you like to get back in?
Felder's now asking, how soon do you want to get back in there, bro?
Yeah, I would love to get a fight every 4 months. That seems to be a good time.
And he says he wants to have a fight every 4 months.
More than that, there's a tendency to overdo it. That seems to be my nature, but I would love to get at least 3 fights a year, pushing forward.
All right. Good for this Gavin Tucker kid. All right, kids. Remember, give us a like and a share. We give you a toast. Speaking of which, we're going to go ahead and take care of one of our own over here. This cheers goes out to one Megan Johnson. Megan, listen, I want to tell you right now, we just had a rear naked choke finish. Super stoked about that. But nobody does anything more exciting than the contributions you make to our show. Every week, you come in here, you give us love, you give us some support, you chat with us. You're more valuable to us than any Gavin Tucker. I'm sorry. I'll say it. I'll say it again. He does nothing for the show. You do a lot. Cheers to you, Megan Johnson. Though I reserve the right to take that back if Gavin Tucker ever comes on the show. So, you know what I mean? It's a different world. If he agrees to come on the show, never said any of that. But for right now, we're safe because he has no idea who the fuck I am. So, just saying. All right, let's go ahead and make sure we have the name branding for the next couple people. We are at the midway point of the prelims, which is a nice way of saying, Jesus Christ, there's a lot of prelims. Hope you guys are comfortable where you are. You've got a nice beverage in hand. You're toasting along with us. You're enjoying yourself. If you're not, I mean, it's not really on me. It's kind of on you too. Two-way street. So just want to make sure you know how much we appreciate you here. This next one is we've got Sanchez versus Turman. And Turman is the one with the tattoos. One of which makes you go, is that Aslan from the Chronicles of Narnia on his chest? Not gonna lie, when I was a kid and I saw like a PBS version of a show where they said all these kids are given swords, crossbows, and potions, I was like, tell me more. And they're like, ooh, there's some vague Christian allegories in there too. Not interested. Show me the crossbow. What does that do? So 11 finishes by this kid, though. All right. I'm into that. Every time I see an audience, though, with one of these like old, hold on. No. His nickname is El Dirte. Gross. Not necessary. Oof. Swing and a miss. Sugar Sean has all of these spinning back attacks that they keep showing of him. It's going to be Sugar Sean and Vera. That is coming up, I think, next week or very soon, my friends. So very stoked for that. I want to thank you guys for giving us the hearts and the likes. Again, we're going to make sure you guys continue to watch along, enjoy the festivities with us. Hopefully have a good laugh. Give us some hearts, some moons. Whatever lucky charm you think is appropriate with this, we will take. Because, you know, there's not much I can do on that. Whoosh. All right. Well, where else do people watch this one? They also watch it on the Twitter? Yeah. It always takes a second because I always forget how many people watch on Periscope too. There are so many comments where we finish these, and at the end of the night, I go, oh, fuck, I forgot to talk to some of the people on Periscope. Because we're new to it. It's just different. You got to get used to being on all channels at once. It takes a minute so that you can keep yourself fresh. You keep yourself motivated. It's very funny. Somebody on Verbal Tap's Twitter just followed us with the name Paul Stanley, which makes me think somebody from Kiss is following us. Just saying. I actually don't like Kiss, if I'm being honest. So I am more than happy to mock them for your entertainment. All right, I'm going to give this a share on my personal page as well so that people know we are live. We are enjoying fights. Hit me with the comments until we get this next fight up because we bored as fuck, fam. Especially when I watch all the same commercials. I feel like I start reciting them when you guys aren't around. to myself, I start seeing, what is it, 25 or 624? Goddamn Chicago. If you guys know that song, it's really good. That remix is actually really good. So that's what I got for you guys right now. And if you missed out on this week's Verbal Tap, do yourself a solid. Go listen to it. Verbal Tap has been on fire lately because we've had some new friends stop in, and I think we've got the next thing that's coming up is a UFC pay-per-view over-under Kevin this week. So don't forget to tune in for that. Those are some of our favorite episodes, and we hope that you guys do it. We also got some breaking news that I found out, which is over the weekend. Apparently, GSP is now doing the French broadcasts. Who knew? We're going to have to do some discussion on that later on in the week. Maybe even talk with the man himself. We'll see. Guess it just depends on what kind of mood he's in. Honestly. So that is the reminders of what's going on. Coming up next, as we want to remind you guys, is going to be one Andrew Eldurte Sanchez versus Wellington Turman. Is that right? All right. Should be. It's right enough. Is how we like to go ahead and place things sometimes. I also want to know who the hell gets to go photograph at the Queen Mary right now. That's insane. Like, what event is happening at the Queen Mary right now, I guess is my question. So yes, Wellington Turman is the one with the lion on his chest right now. He's 24 years of age, so he's going to have to live with that for a long time. Joe Martinez is doing the introductions right now. Do you think Bruce gets sad, or does he just live at home with this money? Food for thought, friends. Food for thought. So 16-3, the young Brazil kid. That chest already looks red, like he's been taking some Ric Flair chops in the back. Meanwhile, his opponent, with the rattiest of rat tails, they are not kidding with this kid being called El Durte. He is fighting out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada, 6'1", 185. The comment on the Twitter says, mullets win fights. If that's the case, Gary would have more wins. Gary Tolan is like, what, 5 MMA wins? Whack. All right, here we go. Beginning of the fight. Hope you're stoked. Let's get to it. That's what I've always figured is like, what would be my, like, let's get it on when people yell those things out as refs. I've always thought maybe mine would be, all right, let's get on with it. All right, do it. Attempts at trips over here. Nothing doing. We're seeing Sanchez press up Turman, or Turman up against the cage. Turman almost looking for a little bit of a judo toss there. Doesn't get it. Now back is now firmly against cage. He is like, Turman looks fucking solid. Where Sanchez looks like he is in shape, Turman looks like he is just a brick of a 185er, man. Double underhooks here. Almost. Now they're pummeling again. He's almost in. This is a really, really solid ability for his balance. Just looking at Turman, he's very comfortable in having this power hook right now. This is well researched by Sanchez, though. This seems like a very, very significantly strategic thing on his part. And even there, getting in with a couple of these knees, a couple of the punches in so far, and Felder's complimenting him the same way we are right now, which is good. Nice return by Turman, though. Sometimes I can't tell, though, if you're going to try and strike somebody, if you aim for their head or the mullet. Like, are you going for the chin? You going for the mullet? Be an interesting thing to put on, like, a target practice on your punching bag. I like that. Nice punch over to the thigh. Sometimes you don't see that enough, and you do see that Sanchez had his arms down a little bit, giving the open opportunity for Turman on this side. And Turman's kind of inviting him to try and chest his chin. Gets clocked a little bit for it, but does eat it pretty well. It seems like Sanchez is almost going to do a reverse bait where he's letting him try and advance on him, keeping his hands very low, very ready for him to try and advance and try and counter off of it. God, I always forget that Daniel Cormier is a double champ because it feels like it just never happened. Sanchez looking really solid here. Sanchez is really finding his angles in. Nice crack by Turman over, who forces this one a little bit better, does make some adjustments in on that one. Oof. I have my iPad on full storage. Fuck you, iPad. Nice punch over on that side. The two of them at 130 right now. Left to go in here. Turman comes in with some nice strikes of his own. This is turning into a little bit better of a clash between these two. I'm appreciating the way that these guys are working so far. I would tell you this. This seems like a very comfortable fight that you would almost see at someone's backyard at one point. Thanks, you guys, for watching. Just as a reminder, if you give us a like and a share, we will give you guys a toast on air like we do to those who have done before or those who get fight finishes. And that last fight, like about to happen right now, woo! Sanchez sleeps Turman, who is nighty-night right now. Wow. That was beautiful. I know we joked about, oh, no, not on my nose. Yeah, that looseness was really deceptive. I think he really felt confident about it. And it kind of like when he punched him around the ear, probably created that extra exclamation mark on that sentence there. Fuck, that was good. I will hold off on this cheers until after he talks because I am interested to say to hear what he has to say. Here's a question, kids. Does it sound like these guys or look like they're playing it up now that they got that face cam on them whenever they do these reactions? I can't help but think that now. Before it used to be a genuine thing. Now I think they know, like, is there a knockout? Oh, get up, stand up, pretend to be super surprised. I don't know. Just my skepticism. You guys might not share it. If you don't, I get it. Doesn't mean you're right. I'm probably more right, if I'm being honest. So just as a heads up on that one. Let's see what you guys have to say on this one. Anybody have any props that you want to give to that man? I am interested to hear. Anytime somebody wears a mullet, you at least have to hear them out before you do the cheers. That's a policy that we've had on this show for years. Oof. Well, Sports Center is continuing on with their tribute and love to one Drew Brees, which understandable. Drew Brees is kind of a boss, so very pleased by him. What is happening there? Yeah, I'll fix that later. Womp womp. What's up, Macon Eddie? Hope you're watching the fights tonight. UFC Vegas 6. Herb Dean about to raise the hand of one Andrew Sanchez. I don't know, you're going to see more fighters grow mullets after this one. Does look like one Frost is there as they're about to do the camera pull and they're getting ready the selfie at hand. He's going, nope, fail on the selfie. God damn, dude. You have one job. Get the selfie in. Now that guy's not going to have any memories. This is the hot tamale. How does one come up with that name? The mullet brings a type of power. A different type of power. I mean, begs to be seen, but let's see what he has to say. I would imagine they're going to interview him, especially since that's a first round finish. And I mean, the dude's wearing a mullet, so why wouldn't you interview him? They're stalling. There we go. He says it's the mullet. And he says it's the training nonstop. He looks like Luke Rockhold's distant cousin. And they're talking about complimenting him as saying he had like a Machida karate style. And he says he's been working on a whole bunch of things since coming up to TriStar. Good for him, man. And he says it feels so good to get a KO after so long. Yeah, he's definitely going into the like Ricky Bobby version of celebration right now. He does say this feels like the best version of himself he has been in the octagon. Hey, what's up, Jessica? Giving props to his training partners, which total respect and appreciate to. He's saying, God dang, he feels excited. Good for him. What's up, Scully? He said when he joined the Ultimate Fighter, he didn't even know how to throw a punch. Well, tonight I think he proved he has figured it out. All right, so this cheers goes on out to one Andrew Sanchez. Andrew Sanchez, I know you tribute the mullet, but hey, man, there's a person behind that mullet. That person is you. And that person learned how to not even throw a punch from his days on the Ultimate Fighter to a guy who's knocking the fuck out of people at UFC Vegas 6. Credit to you, credit to your training, credit to your team. I know you said you were working on things over at TriStar, but it looks like they're putting some excellent work on whatever you were doing before. Congrats to you, sir. Cheers. All right. I'm going through my beer faster than I thought I would be tonight. But guess what? We are now on the downslope of what is happening on the prelims. So we're going to go ahead and call up the next one, which is Nasrat Hapkarst, sure, versus Alexander Munoz. Very excited for this fight. Hope you guys are too. Adding the banner so that way we can switch the insignia, so that way we stay on top of things. All right. If you guys are watching on Instagram, thank you very much. Give us some hearts, give us some moons, whatever you guys want to do there. Press the little thing and tell people you like seeing it. Those sorts of things. Let me fix the, there we go. Fix the color on that one. If you guys are watching, hello. Oh, I appreciate that. Young Adam Woods is giving us a share, so we're going to give him a toast right now. This toast goes out to our friend Adam Woods, always putting out great content. Adam has done like 12 interviews in the past 6 days. If you guys haven't gotten the chance to go check out According to Woods, go do it right now. He's been interviewing a lot of great people. And Anthony, if I'm being honest. Anthony's okay. Guy won't train. I don't know what to tell you. But cheers to you, sir. You're doing great work. Keep it up. Very much appreciate you giving all the proper nods to everybody in the jiu-jitsu community. Cheers. All right. And as a reminder, if you guys give us a like and a share on Facebook, we will give you guys a toast like we are doing everybody else. So we want to make sure we cover you guys. If I don't happen to see it, be sure to hit me in the comment section or the DMs. I try to do my best to stay on top of everything, but every once in a while, there's like one or two things I miss. For example, we had some people like the broadcast right now, but they didn't share it, which means they're not going to get a toast. Not like Adam did. Not like G-Baby. Not like Megan. Those are our power forwards right now. If they were a team, they'd be my starting lineup. And the people who give us likes, they'd be on the bench. Is that good? Yeah, that sounds about right. Cheers to you, Raf. Thank you. Thank you, Adam. Appreciate you, bud. Maybe a little bit later. What is this? Sat Willis. Good to see you. Oh, look at this. Michael Ochoa coming back. Michael, I see some likes, but I haven't seen a share yet, bud. You know how this works. You can't be sitting here expecting to get toasted. Haparas. That's how they say his name. Alexander Munoz has a vaguely foreign bad guy look in a movie. So, I wasn't going to bring up. I think in a little bit, maybe after this fight. What's up, Pete Rojas? I think after this fight, we might have to have a real discussion about AJ Aga's arm. I know you probably don't want to have to, but it was pretty funny what happened yesterday. I think that is one of the most entertaining, nonsensical things I've seen in some time. Freedom Grappling Invitational is coming back. I would ask you, Freedom Grappling Invitational, if somebody did what AJ Agazarm did at your tournament, what would you do? If you need more clarification, I'll give it to you. You in many ways have paved the road for me. Oh, thank you, Adam. I appreciate that. That's far too nice and probably not accurate, but I appreciate it, and I will take the compliment as if I really did it. Yeah, AJ Agazarm yesterday, I had a really weird moment where after his fight, he didn't want to shake his opponent's hand. So then Beltran had to try to make them shake hands, but AJ was running off. And then Beltran had to act like a dad telling his kids to get along and dragged him back and made him do a handshake. And it was glorious to watch. It was honestly, I don't think I've really seen too many things quite like that. And Beltran essentially made easy meme work for the rest of our community. So I personally thank him for being so great about it, but Jesus Christ, is it so funny. All right. That's what we got for you guys. So that's my question to you, Freedom Grappling, if you are still around. If not, it's okay. If so, though, would love to hear what you would do for it. It's tough, Giancarlos. I don't know, man. If Adam's saying these nice words about me, I can't tell if that's supposed to be the new comment of the broadcast, because I am a sucker for nepotism. So, yikes. I like this. No Busha. Thank you for joining us. Hope you're enjoying the UFC Vegas 6 broadcast as we have to sit through a goddamn Red Sox versus Yankees promo on baseball, because baseball's happening. I like that the promo is also give us baseball. Pretty much a beautiful anagram of how people are expecting their sports to just be here. Give me it. Not I need it. Not I want it. Just give me. Major League Soccer is back, by the way. So anyway, what else do we have? So yes, the topic at hand was AJ Agazarm, and I don't know about you guys, but I wish I could say that I was surprised by it, but it is kind of in the realm of the wheelhouse of what we expect from young AJ Agazarm. So that was a Bellator fight. I encourage you to see it. If not, maybe we'll do it after this fight. Nasrat Hapcrest is 24 to Alexander Munoz is 30 years old. And Alexander's hair, it's pretty solid though. I have to give it some appreciation. I can't get a sense of if people are with the hair they normally have right now, or if it's like quarantine hair, because Alexander Munoz now is with the cornrows. I like this. Look at this. We got some new likes and love over on this side. We got Alex Eklund giving us a like on multiple areas. If you give us a like and a share, we give you a toast on air as a reminder. So don't forget that, friends. You don't want to get ignored by the toasts that we do, which are only really one of a kind. No other show's doing it. They will in the future, I promise you. We're already seeing more beer shows with combat sports, as if they did it first. But they didn't. We did. Anyway, Chris Donini is your referee for this one. You've got Munoz. You've got Hapcrest. Now, 3, 2, 1, and come back. If I was a ref, maybe I would just by instinct say come back, just because I'm so used to the jiu-jitsu realm of it. Who knows? Now we are in the process of this fight. Very stoked for it. I'd like to hear who you guys have in the comment section. If you've got Munoz, if you've got Hapcrest, that would be great. Let us know. Nice shoot by one. Munoz gets Hapcrest down to the mat very quickly. That was a lot of force in that one. That's that kind of shot in that makes me very nervous to see how things go. Like, if you get a wrestler that fast, it is a little jarring, if I'm being honest. In on a guillotine over here by Munoz. Instead is going to give it up for more of a traditional pummel and a push against the cage. There's a lot of force being put here. Some kicks to the midsection. Munoz doing a very solid job, now starting to stomp on the feet. Nasrat trying to get his head positioning back. I don't know that he feels overwhelmed here as much as he's almost just too comfortable as we get the first nut shot of this match. UFC Apex 6. Nut shots. Because here's where they happen. I think they always talk about how the smaller cages bring forth more action. It makes me wonder if the smaller cages also can be correlated to more nut shots. Just a theory. Could be wrong. Probably not. Now, as we're in the middle of their regulation 5, so that they can go ahead and get some time to recuperate. Nothing too crazy over on this side. You're saying one Nasrat take his time, his sweet, sweet time over on this side of the world. And we are waiting for the action to resume, and here it goes. Back with 3:45 now on the clock. Both the gentlemen take the center of the octagon. And you are seeing a much more aggressive Nasrat trying to keep this thing standing up. He does not want Munoz to use his power, his ability to get that takedown, or his ability to press the action to create any more scenarios in which he could be put under duress. Understandably. Sorry about that. Got a phone call on my side for those of you watching on Instagram. That was really weird. I hate when that happens because I'm so unable. Like on this, nothing happens. But if somebody calls me on my cell phone, I'm recording the Instagram there. What am I supposed to do? Looks for a shot in again over here by Munoz. Doesn't quite get it. Now he's getting peppered each time he goes in for those shots. Comes in over with an overhand right as you start to see Nasrat just getting a little bit more comfortable throwing. It's still a little sloppy at this moment, though. They're talking about trying to get an angle over on this side. Nice overhand over here. Nice takedown attempt by Munoz, who's now getting hit. Composes himself very nicely, though, after just a few seconds, but he does want to stick away from Nasrat's reach. Comes in with a punch, almost uses it as a setup to go in for a shot, doesn't get it. It's interesting to see how this is going too. I'm also curious to know your guys' thoughts on the cupping for rehab and surgery, like repair. Do you guys find that to be helpful? My lower back super sucks, so I'm always game to understanding the theories behind it. I've just never done it. So I would be curious to get your thoughts and inclinations over to do it. Eesh. I'm going to go ahead and continue giving props to everybody sending in notes. Appreciate you guys talking to us. Appreciate you guys watching. What is up, CJ456? Like that. 456 means that you already just got past the pin. It was 1, 2, 3, and then now you're at 4, 5, 6. That's how long you knock the person out. So kudos to you. A nice byproduct of having a name like that means like, yeah, I already did it. Whatevs. No big. 53 seconds left to go in this first round. Very interesting to see how this one. I'm not creative. Well, don't say that. Now use my explanation and then just tell people. That way people will be like, dude, I want to mess with him. He's probably a really good wrestler, if we're being honest. Gilly Burke, thank you very much for joining. Hope you're enjoying UFC Vegas 6. Last 28 seconds on this first round. Head strikes. Nasrat has a lead 15-6 to Munoz. However, Munoz was the one to get the initial takedown here. So now we're going to get that classic. What do you count more, the strikes, or do you count the takedown? And in this one, you are probably going to look at Nasrat maybe being ahead in this first round. Takes a knee from Munoz, doesn't really give too much to it. Looks at him like, bro, it didn't even hurt me. And we enter the the end of the first round, and it looks like Nasrat wants to continue having words with them after they kind of give each other a complimentary see you next round. Jesus Christ. Lots of people joining in. Appreciate everybody giving the likes, but if you give us a like and a share, we will give you a toast. What is up, Yamaso JJ? I wanted to try and pull a president moment and be like, yo, Semite, yam, yay, mass, oj. Hope you're having a good day. We're about to get back to the action over on UFC Fight Night, aka UFC Vegas 6. Hit me with your questions, your comments, your concerns, your hints, allegations. I respond to essentially anything you put in the comment section. I mean anything. We had a guy earlier who was trying to insult us, and then we're so sad he ran away because we made fun of him. So that's how we do here. Again, like and share, gets a toast on air like we do for everybody who gets a fight finish within regulation. Second round, 4:50 on my clock right now. You have Munoz in the blue trunks, Nasrat in the white trunks. And some folks, including Kevin Aioli, are saying that he is going to take a 10-9 in his opinion for Nasrat. And that is also followed up by Ryan Frederick or Fred Patrick, whatever. Very stoked to see how this fight will continue to play out as we have you guys joining us. We're very glad you're here with us. We hope you're having a good day. If not, you're going to have a better day. You're going to crack open a beer. You're going to watch some fights with us. We're all going to get through it. I mean, Munoz's biggest thing here is he just tries to continue a sense of movement while keeping his feet planted. And he just starts to bob and weave with both feet just firmly on the mat. Every time he seems to do that right in the face of Nasrat's strikes, it seems like it kind of just bounds him there where he can't get in that little attempt to get a takedown in there. Nasrat coming more live in this round very early on as opposed to letting Munoz try and get those takedowns. Munoz was going in for a shot there. Nasrat read it real quick, responded in kind very, very well on that. Munoz trying to get some offense going over on this so far in. Right now, takedown defense for Nasrat is 5 out of 6. So doing a pretty solid job of making sure he's not going to get caught with anything too stupid here. As opposed to the first round with Munoz kind of like saying caution to the wind, let's get this, you are seeing him a little bit more calculated here, especially given how he was able to get that takedown with no problems here. Now he's finding a much bigger defense from Nasrat, and he's finding a little bit harder to try and set up the takedown. Because, I mean, it's pretty clear that he doesn't want to continue standing with him for long periods of time. As we see Nasrat starting to piece off and tee off on him. For a split second, Munoz goes in for a single, loses it, and now they are back up and standing. And this is where you're seeing Munoz, it just has a very awkward stance when he's in the middle of his striking encounters. I would love to say it's loose, but it's way, it's not even discombobulated. It's just somebody who's almost too flat. What's up, Mr. Nom Noms, aka Brian, aka Novak? Good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing well. Nasrat coming in, nice overhand, nice cross. Doesn't really land with as much impact as I'm pretty sure he wanted. 1:43 left to go in this second round of 3. Munoz in the blue trunks, Nasrat in the white. You are seeing Munoz try to diversify the way he is striking here, but just in terms of who has clearer, crisper strikes, Nasrat is able to change his directions, and every time he clips Munoz, you see him react as if it is the really bad way of keeping a poker face. You see him stagger in a little bit more like he's got a bar tab that he doesn't want to go pay, and you're starting to see him bloodied a little bit more. Nasrat is really feeling confident right now. If we're looking at these last 60 seconds, I think they'll be very telling about the Nasrat you could expect to see in that third round. Munoz is not really changed too much, but you've seen a bigger diversity of what Nasrat is capable of in his ability to kind of read the moments. He's almost redirecting the way that he wants his fight to go. Very interesting. Great uppercut over there. Want to make sure we're covering you all. Thank you guys again for watching. So happy you're joining us. And in terms of head strikes, it is a 2-to-1 variant in favor of Nasrat's ability here. 15 seconds left to go, and you're seeing Munoz's face look a little Freddy Krueger-ish as we're continuing on. So hopefully he's able to make some adjustments between rounds. But he just looks like he's not wanting to really engage as much on that stand-up. Maybe with good reason. It does look like as he goes over to his corner, he is a little tired. And understandably so. So that's what we got going on for you guys. As a reminder, give us a like and a share. We give you a cheers on air. If you don't feel like doing that, that's cool. Just give us a like. And if you're watching on other channels, feel free to give us comments there too. We're doing our best to try and keep up with everybody on all of our broadcasts, so that way we don't neglect you guys. We're not like a dad in the 70s that left you for some cigarettes. That's not what we do here. We make sure to try and acknowledge everybody, have some fun, get through these fights together, because there's a lot of them. 12 fights tonight. We're barely going to be done with the prelims in the next, hour? Good Lord. There's a lot of fights, guys. I guess that's what I'm trying to make as an impression. So we have 2 here. We've got Kevin Holland and Joaquin Buckley, and then Tim Means, friend of the show, versus Laureano Starpoli, which, by the way, sounds like a fake name. Angel, look at this. Angel, did you give us a like and a share yet? So I'm doing good, but I'd be better with a like and a share. You know that. That's how it goes to show you guys. We are fucking international in this bitch. Angel Otero shows up. I'm gonna save it. If you give us the share, I'll do the joke, but I'm not gonna do it yet. But yes, now into the third round. 4 minutes 38 seconds on my clock. Munoz is coming out much more aggressively here. He's starting to try and put his hands together, and that shot, even though it was sloppy, still a lot better than what we've seen out of him thus far in. I think the hardest part about it is people can tell when they're afraid to strike with you. If you're Nasrat, you just don't give a fuck if that dude is being a little bit more nervous about how he's going to take his strikes. If you start seeing that, you see the blood in the water and you start trying to take advantage of it. So it makes total sense for him to want to push things ahead and forge ahead on this. Oh, look at this. Angel, it's coming up next. Don't worry. Going to give you your cheers. Oof. A nice slip up over by Munoz, who's able to turn it into actually a really solid takedown attempt over there. It was better than anything he was trying in the last round and a half. Good for him, man. I mean, Nasrat is a tough beast to try and figure out how to strategize against, if we're being honest. I just keep looking at the entire time and saying, like, this dude is so comfortable. Trying to get him off his game is very difficult. Last 3 minutes coming up right now. You are seeing Munoz being way more active. I think maybe it's because his camp told him, hey, listen, dude, you very well could be behind. You are. But you very well could be behind. You need to make a significant impact in this one. So this has been his most competitive stand-up round thus far in. And you can tell both of these guys are exhausted, but at the very least, Nasrat just looks so much more composed. Like he's not feeling the effects of that third round just yet. All right, Munoz, I see you. I see you there putting your combination together, bud. Just putting up that defense right now and mixing it in with that offense and just stepping forward a little bit sometimes will decrease the amount of output that Nasrat is able to put. And sometimes when it becomes a game of just trying to survive and avoid it, he's going to have so many more opportunities. But even pressing forward and forging ahead makes Nasrat have to calm and collectively choose his shots a little bit more. And even though he's still doing that wrestler, like, touch the hips, see if I can get there. Like, if I can touch the hips, I can take you down. It's way more measured. Like he's in that distance. Nice. Ooh, gets popped over on that side right now, though. 140 left to go, and he seems to be signaling over to Nasrat, like, come get me. And it's kind of like, bro, he has been coming to get you this whole time. And Nasrat taking a moment to do his best Power Ranger stance. It's just weird. It's not often you see somebody try to reset with a kata real quick. Either that or he's calling on the power of his dragon sword. One of the two. Last minute over here for both of these gentlemen, and the time is getting very crucial for one Munoz, who really only has about 1:07 to make something significant happen that'll make things go in his favor. Otherwise, you will see Nasrat crowned the winner of this bout. Beast and hell. Appreciate you. Nice crack over there by Munoz. So it's 24-11. On each round, you've seen Nasrat continue to outclass Munoz on the feet. And this is the last 30 seconds over here. And you're seeing Munoz. I think he got clipped maybe in the midsection. He is not quite covering up, but he's trying to keep his hands up a little bit more. And Nasrat is not stopping the output now. I think something happened with his stomach over there. I think when he took one to the body, I think it really affected him. Oof. Props to him, though. If he's going to be able to make it through, just seeing him wince and seeing him take it on the chin on that. Blah. Good for him, though. All right. Let's do this cheers on over for one Angel Otero. So, funny story about Angel Otero. When he was growing up, he was a kid. He was making a difference, dude. He was one of the first kids to stand up when they were doing the DARE program, you know, the one that tells you not to, like, do drugs and whatever. Angel was the one to tell you, like, you know what, dude? Maybe I will. Maybe I will do drugs. And then all the other kids in the class were like, whoa. He was that guy. So just to give you an idea of this little rabble rouser that we've had since day one, Angel Otero has made history since he was a child by sticking up to the man and telling him, you know what, I'll do drugs if I want. Thank you. Cheers to you and hell. I don't know if any of that's true, but I said it, so it must be true. And hell, I'll save your Kurt Angle based one when we go to the main broadcast. But for right now, you get that one. So again, hit me with your comments. I would normally ask who you guys think would win, but tonight's been a pretty lopsided evening. There hasn't been too much that has been a surprise. But let's hear what the official wording is on this one. What's up, DJ KJR? 30-27 by unanimous, and that is going to be for Nasrat. And that is his 4th UFC victory for this kid. Another one from the TriStar. Oh, so this is the fight that was supposed to happen last week. Okay. Took me a second. What's up, H. Almaty? Welcome to the broadcast. So now they're in the process of explaining how this fight with Kevin Holland came together. Never understood why redheads never had a thing for me at Herman UFC, but on the real, thinking of Trevin Giles right now, and I hope all is okay. Well, that's nice. So Megan Olivia is saying, very weird. Megan Olivia's background on this one is saying Kevin Holland was asked, what does he know about Joaquin Buckley, his new opponent? And he said, I don't know, not a lot. And so now they're trying to force justify some weird, it was fate that put them all together narrative, which I'm not buying. I think this is about Giles saying that he's going to continue to be monitored and that he seems to have passed all the tests that he's been given thus far in. They just call him a full bucket of personality? Come on, bro. Oh, Jesus. These dudes look kind of similar. Like, they have the exact same expression on their face. So, it's going to be a lot to take in right now. Buckley, I have seen before fight. So, it is going to be interesting to see how he takes to this evening's festivities, but very stoked for him. Very stoked for you guys. Give us a like and a share. Get a cheers like M. Hell. Get a cheers like Joaquin Buckley could if he wins. Get a cheers like Megan. Get a cheers like G Baby. All these people who have given us a like and a share gets a toast on air. That has been our whole mantra since day one. No, it was actually like day 30. It took us a while to figure that out. I don't know what happened. I was just literally about to start a show and I go, why are we not cheersing the people who are so nice and sharing our stuff? So that's our nice little way of saying thank you to our friends and our fans and all the people who watch us week in and week out. Because sometimes, if I'm being honest, y'all are more important than some of these fighters. You know? Like, we could do this about anything. I could be watching a fucking South Korean baseball right now and it wouldn't be as fun. But you guys being here, we would probably make that fun. I'm not saying I'm doing it. I'm just saying, in theory, it would be fun. Will I do it? Probably not. Because as it is, baseball right now, well, I don't know. Baseball for America is in a dire situation of, did the Marlins get it? Shit. Did another team cancel? Shit. The World Series is just going to be whatever team kind of has the most people who could play, you win. But I made the suggestion they should just play a game of EA Sports Baseball. See who wins. Marlins win, they advance. So anyway, now it is our ode to EMTs on the commercial right now for ESPN. That is what we're looking at. Very nice. We always love our first responders and those who are getting out there and giving us some bang for their buck, but it's a car ad? Thank you, Honda. No, they're going to repeat it. I'm looking at the walkout from Kevin Holland. They cut away from it. I like this dude. He's just fine, but it has nothing to do with a car. I guess he's a hero, so I'm not going to give him too much shit right now. I'm just saying, don't show me Kevin Holland walking out and then cut to the same commercial you already showed, which still is about a car. Makes no sense. Let me go ahead and check our comments right now. Making sure you guys are staying along with us, enjoying the show, that you are well taken care of. Hit me with your questions, comments, concerns, hints, allegations. You may have questions about why does DJ Khaled need to do a Geico commercial? And I might respond to you, who knows? It's one of the better ones. And I got to say, whenever they're doing this commercial for the Red Sox and Yankees, it does somewhat look like they are putting in Street Jesus in there too. It says full bucket of personality as opposed to a half bucket, quarter bucket. Bro, your guess is as good as mine. I just like the idea of being like, Raph, you're a bucket of personality. I'd be like, the fuck did you say about me? Are we fighting? Are we going to fight right now? Did you call me a bucket of personality? Yeah, fucking bucket of person. I got a bucket of fists for you right now. I think that's how my temper would go. I just know on the colloquialisms I would like to quickly learn and put into the trash bin. That is one of them. All right, Kevin Holland ahead on the height and by the reach, by the way. And the height is 5'10 versus 5'3. Advantage Kevin Holland. That's going to be a tough one to do, especially as we saw with our good friend Vince Cachero last week. That reach can sometimes be very significant when trying to go up against a very classic striker. So it'll be interesting to see. By the way, props to Vince. We love you, bud. Did so proud. Oh, right. We got to kill this thing. So on Instagram, we're going to have to kill this right now. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back. We got to end it because it ends on every hour. So we'll see you guys in just a second. Appreciate you guys. Who is your pick for Kumite? Oh, shit. That's on tonight, too. Fuck. Yeah, it's going to be on in an hour. I don't know. I got to think about that. At base saying, what's his face? Making a guess on what's his face. Roberto Jimenez is never a bad one, but that's a stat Kumite. I got to remember all the names that are fucking attached to that one. Totally blanked out on that. Thank you so much for reminding me. It's the start of a duel. It's a 2020 white glove slap. Yeah, no shit, man. All right. Do I have it branded? Yes. Kevin Holland versus Joaquin Buckley. Here we go. Round one for your viewing pleasure. My name is Rafa Sparza. Hope you're exciting on this one. Ugh, slip on that back kick. Nothing too crazy. All right. Let me see what the percentage is on that. Okay. That's not bad. We're going to switch back on over to the iPad as we continue our coverage on Instagram because the underground don't stop for hosts, people. 432 right now. You got Buckley in the white trunks and Holland in the black trunks. And Holland's extension on his kicks looks problematic. However, Buckley kind of just puts him down-ish. It's more like a gentle take a seat, if you would. Nothing too crazy for right that. Give me a second, you guys. We're going to switch things off and put them back on so that we can continue doing what we normally do. I may have to actually cut the Instagram broadcast after this next hour then. Now that I'm thinking about it. Because if I'm going to watch that Third Coast Grappling, I'm going to need something that's open. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your good friend, Rafa Sparzo. I hope you guys are enjoying your evening. We're watching UFC Fight Night, a.k.a. UFC Vegas 6. Right now, we're in the middle of the Holland and Buckley match. So I'm going to get back to you on how. Damn. Ooh, very nice exchange over here. Buckley is trying to make the most out of being very, very significantly at a disadvantage on the height over here. Basically going in there, starting to punch him like he's a body bag. But Holland trying to like big brother him with this reach, grabbing the back of his head and trying to introduce it to his elbow. What's up, Arsenio's? Thank you very much for joining us. Hope you're having a great night. I'm watching some fights. Hope you will join us. And again, Holland, very composed, very relaxed, tries to get through, doesn't really find anything thus far in. Gets a low kick, and instead you've got the Tasmanian Devil energy from one Buckley trying to give him some problems. Now you've got Holland pushing up Buckley against the cage. This is interesting because he's not low enough to continue that pressure there. He basically just keeps his level exactly the same as his normal stance, which when he's pressing up somebody who's smaller than him, it is harder. You are seeing on body strikes, Buckley is ahead 14 to what is not being reported. Nice kick over to the inside right leg of one Buckley. It's pretty good so far. It's an interesting matchup. And again, as a reminder, if you guys give us a like and a share on our Facebook, we will give you a toast. So just as a reminder, what's up, Dane? Glad you're watching along with us. Hope you're having a great night. We are having a very solid set of fights to begin the evening. And for a split second, you saw Holland smile a little bit too much as Buckley starts to unload. And it doesn't look like there's too much damage here. Holland swats away a lot of these strikes by Buckley, but when he absorbs them, he's not really wincing or doing anything. And yes, we are at a groin strike. Eek. Maybe it's just something about the UFC Apex Center that makes people go like, hey, bud, are these your nut? Oh, fuck. You got me. I'm glad that they've also gotten smarter about the camera angle, because before, a lot of these guys, especially when they get hit in the nuts, they just kind of like, they like do some sort of motion to wake it back up, and it never reads well, but they've now started shooting them from above the chest, and it's a much more complimentary angle. So it's probably best for all parties involved. Nice kick over by Buckley. Tries to move forward, loses it. Both of them kind of step away from each other and side by side. Now Holland continuing to look very composed, trying to time out a kick. Buckley just literally sweeps underneath it and takes one. And now he is in danger as Buckley is trying to do his best to make sure he's maintaining here. Gets up almost on a single, has to give it up. We're going into a striking exchange now after the wrestling portion did not seem to have anything to do. Dane, always appreciate it. Look at this guy coming in. He is a sharer, which means he's going to need to get a cheers in just a second, but we are in the process of trying to feel out this fight. This fight has been very interesting thus far in, just in the differentium on their sizes and their, not even their size difference, it's just their fight difference. Buckley, I feel like he's one of those old wind-up toys. You just kind of wind up and let go. On trying for a kick, almost trying to catch him with the knee here. But normally when he lifts the knee, he goes out to extend it. Nothing much doing there. We're going to likely see a second round here in a second. So as we do, a nice reminder to all of you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to take care of some business as we do a cheers in just a second. But as a reminder, you get a cheers if you give us a like and a share. My God. Kevin Holland literally just did a jumping fucking hammer fist. You don't see too many of those. All right, let's take care of Dane real quick. Dane, this cheers goes out to you. Children, I don't know if you know this about Dane. Dane goes way back to the early days of the UFC. He was actually the guy who told the man who had the one glove on. Yeah, you know that guy. He said, hey, man, don't do two gloves. Wear one glove. And on that day, the UFC history was made. Little fair knowledge for you guys. Dane Donovan is to credit for that. Cheers to you, Dane. What's up, M. Will 10P? Glad you're joining us right now. Hope you're enjoying what's already been a pretty good night of fights thus far in. We got a lot of fights still left to go, so don't go anywhere. Chill. Get ready. Get stoked. Get excited. Love the cheers. Love the cheers to you, brother. And now we are going to go into the second round of the bout between Holland and Buckley. That's maybe the most significant element of that fight was that knockdown by Holland, but we'll see what happens in the second round. This is a very interesting fight, and Holland is trying to tease Buckley into advancing forward. Buckley doesn't seem to fall for it as much as he is just intrigued, like how to continue finding his way on the inside. P says, watch the fights. I'm watching the fights. Maybe you should watch the fights. Oh, wait, you probably can't. Womp womp. Nice spinning back kick by Buckley, who pushes Holland to the side for a split second over on that. Ooh, now he's starting to like get at least Holland a little bit off base. Buckley's got a lot of fucking energy, dude. They're talking about the pace, which is pretty similar to what we're talking about over here. But looking at the way that Buckley knows he has to make up for a lot of reach, he has to make up for a lot of height, and yet at the same point seems to almost use that to his advantage when he says, hey, listen, if he's going to kick me, he's probably going to overshoot me by a bunch. When he does, I can duck under and try and make that into a striking opportunity. And if you look on here, it is now, 15-10 on head and leg strikes to 21 for body strikes for one Buckley. That's an interesting series of stats between these two thus far in. Close fight. Ooh. Holland coming in with a real solid jab there. Lets him almost catch his foot as to maybe almost prompt him to do some kind of action. Nice inside left. Kick to Holland's left. That does get a little bit of a response out of Holland for the first time in the fight thus far in. It's saying that Holland did wrestle in high school, which may explain why he's not really giving up anything that would allow for a shot in thus far in, or at least has a good set of defense ready at the whim for if anything is to go awry. Now it looks like they're going to take a moment to pick up the mouth guard, set them back in the center, and combat back again. Oof. Buckley is just, it almost doesn't care where Buckley wants to hit. He just wants to continue hitting as much as he can without worry on where it's landing. He's like, I don't care if you're in front of me. I just want to swing. Right now, Holland is literally just slapping his head. Literally just right there. Just stop hitting me. Two of them return back to the center of the octagon as well. Good for them. 1:38 left to go in the second round. Buckley's done a much better job of getting Holland to be a little bit off of his game. That's a very tough thing to do. That's so weird. We should never let Felder try and do jokes. Every time he talks about talking that tray, I should like, no, we're good here. You're not outcast, bro. Ooh, in that one, you saw Buckley rush ahead, and you saw Holland load up a nice uppercut. However, Buckley just forging ahead. Right now in significant strikes, Holland is still ahead 24-15. You're almost seeing Holland getting a little, not frustrated, but he's at this point where he almost wants to just start slapping Buckley around. Nice kick by Holland. Right in Buckley's midsection. Buckley start to respond. 30 seconds left. Yeah, they're talking also about Kevin's pace on this, and it has been so consistent, whereas Buckley is just, he's trying to act with urgency, which has only opened him up for some strikes for Holland on a number of these instances. Mike Ochoa, thank you again for your like. Give us a like and a share, and you guys get a toast on air. And we are going to a second round right now. Boom. All right. How do you guys have that one scored? You got 2 for Kevin. What do you guys have? Let us know in the comments. Hit us up. Let us know what you're thinking. We would love to get a sense of where you guys are. If you don't feel a certain way, you can just say, like, I don't know. Because it's entirely possible. It's a weird and wacky fight. AKA, no, actually, in my opinion, Kevin should be ahead. Despite the work from Buckley trying to make this a more interesting fight, Kevin's just so relaxed, dude. It could be the fact that he's just taking out the fact where he's thinking, man, I was supposed to fight last week and I'm in a state of zen. I don't give a fuck, dude. I'm in a good place, good mood. Which also reminds us right now, this has still got one more fight, and it's a catchweight bout between Tim Means and Loreno Starpoli. And this is going to be the third round of this fight, which tells us we gotta keep this machine rolling to be done by 6 p.m. exactly. And if I'm not mistaken, I do believe that Third Coast Grappling is starting at 6 p.m. So at the top of the hour, they should be starting. So we'll probably figure out some way that we're going to be watching that as well. But appreciate all you guys watching along with us. Thank you very much for your time, your hospitality, your friendship. All these things mean a lot to us. Buckley continuing his strategy of kind of, forge again, no! Oh, fuck. Holland clips him. And he was waiting for that. He timed that out so well. I want to see that replay right now. Holland now just looking all smiles, relaxed, super chill. I mean, Buckley was doing whatever he could to try and stay in this fight and make it a competitive fight, but that is, oof. Oh, man. So here's what it is. Buckley gets hit for a split second. He tried to get up. He puts his hands to kind of cover his face after he takes it, but that is an overhand right that puts him down. And to his credit, Kevin could have easily gone in and been uncomposed and just started wailing on him. But it does look like when Buckley made eye contact with the referee, that was when you saw the referee be able to call it without any issues toward it. And you were seeing now Kevin just dancing around. I mean, I would too, bro. You get a walk-off home run like that. Fuck. I think they're going to keep the momentum going without cutting the break because they are close on time. That is going to save this broadcast to potentially end right on the button. But that is going to depend on if they're able to talk to him in a certain amount of time and get in and out. Plus, we're going to need to do a cheers in a split second. So you guys aren't going to want to go anywhere. We still got one more fight on this one. I like this. Shout out to Tim Means. I got him kicked out of the Palms. You got kicked out of the Palms for interviewing Tim Means? Oh, no. Yeah, Tim Means is a friend of the show. He's a really nice guy, man. I like Tim. It's pretty funny, though. It's a badge of honor to get kicked out of places. Don't worry. I have too. And I would tell you this. When you do get kicked out of places for interviewing people, always yell, I've been kicked out of better places than this. Just so that they know that, one, you're used to fighting and covering, and two, that you're above this. That's what I do. I like Megan saying, I'm short, so I'm going for the short guy. I'm very sorry, Megan. And thank you for your best vested interest in trying to make this a competitive fight. That is not at all anybody's fault here other than, oh my God, that was super well done. I think it was what we were waiting for from Kevin. If you're going to be that composed all the way through, it's what you hope you're able to pull off. And man, did he do it so clean. Let's see what he has to say in the post-fight interview that I think they should have blocked off right now. Here we go, dude. Felder is saying, holy smokes, which you know only happens when you're super impressed with somebody's knockout ability. Oh, he still has mouthpiece in? Oops. He said that he felt a headbutt at the very beginning of the fight. Oh, God. He just said he was talking about his cardio, and he said that a lot of what happened tonight was due to his patience. And Kevin Holland was saying because he was so short, it was hard to find some of the angles in the areas in which he wanted to get some of the strikes that he was looking for. He said that he's been laying off those things for the past 2 weeks as if him and Paul Felder have some sort of shorthand. I don't really know what it is. Let's call it donuts for right now. And Kevin Holland says whenever the team wants him back in, he is back in to fight. And Kevin Holland ends with a nice return shout out back to Paul Felder saying, I look forward to your next fight. It's very nice. Look at that. A nice, polite kid after getting a vicious knockout. Does not give a F. Whew. All right, Dirty Bird coming up next, and then Starpoli against him. And Starpoli's bleached hair is intense. I didn't know you can bleach hair to Anderson Cooper levels of bleached. But there you have it. Weidman needs this tonight. I'd love to see him hang it up. He has nothing else to prove. Raph, you got Derek Lewis winning tonight. Sure. Derek, there's a weird size difference that is not okay in that heavyweight fight. I don't know where that comes from, but it is what it is. I mean, the only issue obviously here that we're looking out for is going to be if Derek Lewis gets submitted by a very funky jiu-jitsu practitioner. But what's up, Chance? I would tell you, I really feel like if Derek Lewis just keeps it standing up on the feet, he's got a real solid shot. I don't really know that Olenek has that knockout power for Lewis, at least. But yeah, I think the smart money's on Lewis. But if it goes to the ground, I think all of us are going to look at our money and go, I guess I might as well just burn this, right? But yes, in regards to Chris Weidman, I don't know, man. I think it's so difficult for him in the sense that it's in the UFC. He might be useless, but maybe in Bellator he could have something else there. I don't know that he's done, but I don't know what else he has to do in the UFC. He's somebody who I don't really imagine would fight for another organization, but if that is the case, then sure, yeah, let's hang it up. I've always appreciated, Chris is a really solid jiu-jitsu or wrestling guy. He's got a storied career. He's a champ. Sure, man, he doesn't have to do shit. But the hard part is for a lot of these guys, when you have that really bad rush of losses, you become addicted to absolving that loss or those losses. So I think that's really what we're trying to go up. If you're going up against Lewis, you can put money in the bank by going to the body. Yeah. I don't know, man. I think the hardest part with Olenek is, if Lewis takes him down, or Olenek kind of lets him take him down, and he does that unusual thing. It's kind of what happens with certain jiu-jitsu practitioners when they say, no, go ahead and put me in your best spot. And then they get that weird, funky, nosy Ezekiel that you can hit from almost anywhere. That's the stuff that makes me feel bad, because Derek Lewis is 100% that fighter that goes, what the fuck is this, from up top? So I don't know. That's a good question, but yeah, I'm gonna root for Derek Lewis. I don't know what to do about Weidman though. I can't in good faith 100% back him. It is interesting to see where where Holland has come from, because I forgot Holland fought against Lovato back in the day. Took me a second to remember that, but yeah, he fought against Lovato, lost against him, and his other record otherwise is pretty solid. He's only got a couple of submission losses. The rest are decisions, and he's put in a pretty good resume thus far in. So I'm surprised that they were so anxious to find him literally anybody to fight, that there was really a way that he was going to lose that one tonight in any way. So I don't know, man. I'm intrigued to see how he continues to play this thing out. So we'll see. How about the rest of you guys? Where are the rest of you guys going in on this evening? What's up, G Baby? Glad to have you back. G Baby, who do you got tonight? Do you got Derek Lewis? I got Olenek by Cardio, Weidman by America. Fuck yeah. I mean, dude, Chris Weidman also put together one of the funniest, stupidly, I don't know if it's intentional or not. And if it is intentional, it was really well done. Like a jewelry mart commercial. I wonder if you guys can find it on YouTube. It's so bad that it's amazing. And I know they try to do it on purpose, but you ever watch people who are amateurs try to be funny, and then you look at it and you go, this is not what they think it is. But if they're in on the joke, more power to them. Essentially what it is it's almost like, I want to say Weidman is on the ground taking a knee, almost like asking someone to marry him, and then his buddy's in the background. I forget what other UFC fighter it is. And it's like, that's how they end the commercial. It's just with the two of them in frame, and the woman's not even really important in it. It's so silly. Dane Donovan is giving you shout outs, G Baby. He says, what's up, G Baby? He's not on this week. He's just in the comment section. It says, I'm going for Lewis just because his IG is hilarious. Yeah, I got news for you on that one. I think someone's running his account. I think he's funny, but every time I see him, I'm like, who's doing his account now? Like, it gets to a point when, it's almost like when you see Ollie doing all the guys shit talking for all of his fighters. You go, and my friends will be like, ooh, Khabib came out with a really impressive statement about fighting that I love. And I was like, you mean Ollie wrote it? Don't come at me. Got to have G Baby on again. Love that guy. He'll come back on eventually. You know that. I need a gig like that. We all do, man. I run social media for people, and it is interesting. Woo! Starpoli. Nice kick to the midsection of the Dirty Bird. Dirty Bird already looking to lock up, gets him down. Starpoli now looking a little bit more confused as to what to do here. Dirty Bird making the right choice over this way with Tim Means. Now he looks for kind of a suplex. Can't really pull it off here. Instead, tries for a knee. That's the beautiful part about Tim Means' striking ability. He has really good instincts, and a lot of it comes through on like almost Muay Thai instincts. The issue that he might have here is Starpoli might have a good enough answer for the feet where he may need to come up with some different plans to disorient him a little bit. That's just my first initial read. We're in the process of seeing the first minute of it. Nice pop on Starpoli by Tim Means. Tim Means gets a nice aggressiveness. I like Dirty Bird went to prison. Yeah. I mean, the hard part about that is a lot of people go to prison. Some that we know. Some that fight. And you start to think about it. You're like, man, what's one way to have a legit life after? Oh, wait, go fight. I mean, both of these gents look like they have a lot of power when they're hitting, and it makes me a little nervous. I saw one pop over on Tim Means' chin, and my own chin started tingling from that. Nice kick over on that side. Starpoli, this is already shaping up to be a nice fight over here, but I don't know how long this thing can go on, given how fucking amazing some of these blows are over on this side. These both look like fighters who have ridiculous power that can knock out at any given time. Starpoli has been doing a really solid job. He beat his pod boss up. Tim Means beat his podcast host up? Uh-oh. I might need to look that one up. That sounds right. I guess we should probably look it up. It's been a while. Continuing on right now, you are seeing Starpoli take it over to Tim Means. Ooh, nice turnover there. Means try to put Starpoli in the corner. Starpoli, much like Baby, refuses to be put in a corner. Turns around, gets a few strikes of his own, and then finds his way out. What's up, Jay Miles? Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you watching along UFC Vegas 6 along with us. As we're watching right now, Tim Means and one. Oh, no, I put on the wrong names. Oh, fuck, I got to fix that. Why didn't any of you guys tell me? Damn it. We're going to fix the name on the main broadcast in case this thing ends. No. I like that as I see it happening on the screen, I'm thinking, oh, shit, I better switch this before it ends. And it's too late. Pod Boss had thought Dirty Bird was a mechanic or something, had no idea was messing with a fighter. The guy in charge of his area in prison was giving him problems, so Dirty Bird beat him up. Yeah, that's what happens in prison. You know? People gonna fight in prison, man. I don't know what to tell you. Ooh! Oh my god. That spinning bag elbow, though. Ugh, problematic. Tim Means does not look like he has any issues with any of that, though. Last minute on this first round. It's a pretty dope fight. Thus far, easily the fight of the night thus far in. And we're only, oh, no. We're out of time. We got an eye poke over here. Starpoli taking a moment, taking it all in. Looks like he's fine. Probably looks to see if he can see the tattoos on his arm. And comes out swinging real quick. Tries for some spinning shit, as Nate Diaz would say. Nothing to it. Comes out for another spinning back elbow. Figured it worked the first time. Dirty Bird taking a few moments. Gets a kick to the midsection that he just kind of eats. Stuffs the leg. Nothing too crazy here. Nice little switch on Starpoli's kicks, though, that are very impressive. It's always interesting to see two fighters that you think, man, these guys have excellent form, going into some of the most unorthodox fighting as a result of getting thrown off their game. Like, they kind of recognize, like, I can't do my traditional shit. I have to make this as, and quote the pun here, dirty as possible. We reached the end of the first round of fighting between these gents. Great first. Yeah, that's a pretty significant eye poke, though. Yeah, I see it now. I sign off on that momentary stoppage here. Ugh. Some of these strikes, though. Yikes. All right. Well, it does look like we are continuing on. Very nice. We are having a lot of great action. We're having a lot of you guys chime in. As a reminder, if you give us a like and share, we give you a toast on air. And as a reminder, y'all, we're going to be switching the broadcast in just a minute. So we only can do 4 hours per broadcast. Some weird rule, not mine. And when that happens, we're going to cut the streams on these telecasts, and we are going to go strictly to our YouTube, our Facebook, our Periscope, and our Twitch pages, which is at Grappling Hour. So when we kill this stream, we ask that you just find us back on Grappling Hour on any of those channels. Look us up. We're going to continue watching this evening's festivities. So if there's any reason that you get it confused by us having a slight break here, that is the reason why. So don't get too confused. I like prison style eye poke. I mean, is there any other? If you're going to eye poke, you better make it your prison one. Oh, look at this. Hi, bro. I am Anand from India. Big fan. Well, thank you very much, man. I appreciate you. We love when we hear people are fans of our show, but we're even more stoked when we hear people love our stuff from international, man. Makes us feel nice. Makes us feel like we're doing some fun stuff. So thank you for tuning in. Very much appreciate you, sir. What's up, Brawlers Academy? That's a great name, by the way. People be like, where do you train? Brawlers Academy. Be like, what do you do there? Dude, it's in the fucking title. Fucking blind brawl, man. Come on. I wonder if people ever say that they brawling out of control. Forgive me for that one. That's a bad pun. 4 minutes left to go in this fight. We're in the middle of watching Tim Means and Starpoli do their thing. Sometimes Starpoli is like a name that I don't actually learn their main one because Loreno doesn't sound like a real name. So to me, he just becomes like a sports guy where you go, Starpoli, come here. Oof. Nice return over this way. I will be intrigued to hear, especially at the end of this round, how you guys have this one scored thus far in. This is a tricky fight. Oh, he puts him down for a split second. Tim Means finding his opportunity for a split second, thought about going for a rear naked choke as you see Starpoli starting to cover up. He cuffs the hand, loses it, gets the back control, now starts to give it up and opts for going up against the cage. Starpoli starting to cover up, now finds his way out, spins out, gets an overhand right, doesn't really connect as much as it should. And now the two of them return back to the center of the octagon, giving Starpoli an opportunity maybe to come back into this fight. But Dirty Bird is not relenting in the least. Starpoli is trying with this spinning back shit, and you know that is happening to go there. Well, this is super nice. Oh my God, dude, looking at this. This is brutal fucking shit between these two. You were seeing Starpoli, who's being tested in a heavy way, and Dirty Bird not backing down in the least. Comes in with another spinning back nothing, but hey, still fun to watch here. You got Starpoli in the blue and Tim Means in the white trunks right now. Starpoli returns with a kick that comes up to where the arm is. Nothing super crazy over there. It's been a very fascinating fight coming thus far in, you guys. Means eating those spinning elbows. Yeah, he's ducked a couple though as well, but I think the Tim just has something in him, man, where he can do that sort of a thing. It is not a strategy I ever really suggest with any of our close friends and family. Oh man, this is a good fight, man. Hey, Nod, I hear you. I see what you're saying. Thank you very much for letting me know. I'll check it out after the broadcast, man. Thank you. Oof. I just, unless something shapes up differently in the next 60 plus seconds here, I would have to assume I think that Tim might have the advantage in the second round. That's my opinion, but I'm intrigued to know where you guys are at and what you're thinking. Who do you have winning this round right now? Tim's output has just been really impressive. I've been really, really enjoying it. And Starpoli is, man, continuing. Starpoli is really hoping one of these spinning back elbows is going to win him the fight, man. But I think not only is Means becoming a little wise to it, but I think that he knows that he's banking on this. On significant strikes, Means and Starpoli were exact at 29-29 in that first round. In the second round, Means is pulled ahead 33-19. And you are seeing it quite significantly there. I think that's part of the reason why in that first round I was like, man, that's a tough one to score. The second round, a little bit more Tim Means. So I would love to hear you guys chime in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Let me know who you have winning this second round when it gets to the buzzer in about 15 seconds now. But if you're asking me, I would think it's Tim Means. If you guys have this fight scored any differently, let me know. Nice in on a single, gives it up, takes a moment, working toward the back over here, and for a split second, you saw Starpoli look for a Kimura lock, and I now am very afraid to ever do that Kimura grab if somebody's trying to wrestle me. If they can punch me like that, not necessary. Woo! Good second round, everybody. I definitely don't have enough beer for this. Jesus Christ. Ow. Kick, shin, put down. Ugh. That easily could have been the end of the fight on that one. But he persevered, got him up. Kawika Kalma says Means. Very nice. How many spinning strikes is that? I don't know, dude. I've counted at least 10. And I feel like I'm a little off base on these. So just as a heads up. Loreno Starpoli's corner is doing their best to give the last bits of instructions to him, whereas Tim Means looks pretty fresh. 50% accuracy rates with that spinning crap. Take that down to the street, brah. We don't do that around here. Hey, man, if he connected on one of those at the right time, though, he might be a genius. I just think with somebody like Tim is really doing a good job on starting to feel those ones out. But this is a weird-ass fight, man. I wish I could tell you I'd have some great strategy for these guys that would get them the win, but Tim is fucking weird-ass fighter. And if you're looking at Starpoli doesn't have what I would consider as strong of a jiu-jitsu game, so that takes out one component here. Adam Martin says, such a great fight between Tim Means and Loreno Starpoli, all tied up leading into the last round. Interesting. Okay. Round 2, Means, easy. Had Starpoli hurt early, but he recovered. Now he's saying 2019 or 2018. I got 1919 heading into the third. So there is going to be some interesting ways of seeing if this goes to the judges, though. I just feel like there's a slight edge to Tim. That 29-29 first round. That's tricky, though. I mean, now Tim is content not going for the takedown and just pressing him up against the cage and making sure he can create less opportunities for damage. Now Tim Means with his own spinning shit. See, you can't just outlaw spinning shit here. Now we're seeing both of these guys change angles, duck, move around, and they both seem like every time they get hit, it brings out a better caliber of their own punches, which doesn't happen a ton, if we're being honest. Tim Means finding his angles, might be getting just a little bit better of Starpoli. Dirty Bird looks like he is fighting a member of NSYNC. I mean, yes. I don't know what version of NSYNC you ever saw, but mine didn't come complete with a sleeve of a rock tattoo. But sure. It's like, there's always the dollar version of everything. It's not Cheerios, it's Cheerio. Oh! At different stores. 3 minutes left in this fight. Dirty Bird just trying to drag him down here. Keeping him very content over by the cage, punching the thigh. You see Starpoli find his way out, now comes in, tries to get in his own series of strikes, doesn't really get too much there, going for his own maneuvering and approaches. It's been an interesting fight, man. These guys are fucking crazy. So we're at now a point where these two gents have 2:30 left to go. We're getting close to the end of it. And you're seeing again, Tim close on the takedown, working really well with this cage work. Now he's just going to try and sag and create a lot of uncomfortable movement for Starpoli, which is going to take out his ability to punch him here. This is not a terribly bad strategy. This is really just one that's saying, I think I'm ahead on the scorecards, and I think I could possibly get away with a good decision win here if I really make it so uncomfortable that you can't do anything in return to me. All right. I mean, I'll understand we got two exciting rounds, and this one's not going to be the most exciting, but I don't hate it. And the ref is going to break it up. So now we're going to return back on over, and these two gents are going to spend the next 90 seconds figuring out who is going to walk away the winner of this fight. This could be a blessing in disguise for Starpoli, though. Starpoli is coming a little alive. Tim Means got popped in the face, looked a little stunned by it, returns with his own. Now Means wastes no time, sending him right back on over to the cage, starting to knee at the thighs, trying to drag that time down. What's up, S. Fendaya? I don't really know if that's how you pronounce her name. My apologies if it's wrong. And Tim, again, nice elbow over on that side. 40 seconds left to go, and you are seeing Tim break the wrist control by Starpoli. It's going to continue keeping him there. Last 30 seconds left of work over on this side. Nice kicks and knees to the midsection over here by Dirty Bird, who gets in a nice pop, walks back over. And this is nice. This is kind of where I think he needs to make the fight continue to be as ridiculous as possible, using that head to just neutralize all of Starpoli's offense. I get it, last 10 seconds, and you're probably going to see him continue to piece him up a little bit here. He does not want to lose this fight in any way that's dramatic, and we reach the end of the third round. A solid fight. Both of the gentlemen seem to be like, hey, man, that was, hey, respect to you. Good job. Good fight. I think the Dirty Bird will have done enough to take the win on that one. Y'all can tell me differently. If you think differently, perfect. But you better tell me why, because I don't see Starpoli taking that one, especially with the control in that third round and that knockdown in the second. That should be enough for Dirty Bird. Again, as a reminder, if you guys are watching on our Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and on Twitter or Periscope, do us a solid. Make sure you find us at Grappling Hour. When we finish this portion of the broadcast, we're going to create a new broadcast. So you just go, again, at Grappling Hour. Follow along with us. We're going to pick right up where we left off. And you will see right here in that first round, 29-29 on significant strikes. But that shouldn't be as much of a problem with a very dominant 2 and 3 rounds going to Tim Means. But you never know within the UFC. But I think we can confidently say that Tim Means should be picking up the win. At least this time. And if it's not right, then I'm blaming one of you. I'm literally just going to pick one of your names out of a hat and just say, like, you know what? This is G-Baby's fault. So now let's go ahead and get the official decision. 29-28 by a unanimous decision for one, Dirty Bird Tim Means. One of my favorite jokes about Tim Means is I told him when we first interviewed him, his name sounds like an incomplete sentence. It's like, Tim Means? What does he mean? Tim means what? Huh? I don't really understand what you meant by that. So we would joke about that with him. Oh, Tim, it's been a while, bud. I'm glad that he's doing well. He's a good kid. He is one of those guys who grinds. It's just been ridiculously impressive. So super happy for that. I'm going to make sure that we know some things before we go ahead and switch on over again. We're going to hear the end of him giving his interview. If they do a post interview, dude, that head kick. Yeah, for real, man. Nobody liked any part of that head kick. As a reminder, we're going to hear him potentially talk if they're going to do that before they switch on over. And then we'll go there. It says Gino won the first match by points on Kumite. Thank you, Megan. You're always the best. Appreciate you. Tim Means says that he feels good. Show to be patient. He said, hey, even if it's boring for his mindset, hey, fuck that, dude. You won. Says he was just trying to get a win, stay healthy. And Felder saying, I know it's got to be hard to stay away from your family for so long. What's up, 4 Ounce MMA? Says you might lose some fights, but we're not quitters. Says adversity is everything, makes us tough. Yeah, they're not even going to talk really about the fight. He's saying the portable sauna that they have in their rooms makes it really hard to do the weight cut. Just talking about the weight cut, how difficult it was. Giving a shout out to the kids for Jacob. One of the kids is going to middle school. Look at that. Super nice, wholesome way for him to end as a complete savage. And he is ready to take that fucking headset off. So he is done. All right, that is a good way of reminding us right now. We're going to make a switch on over to another broadcast. So if you guys want to take a moment, go use the restroom, go do something, that's perfectly fine. Come on back in a few minutes. We're going to reset the program. You don't want to go anywhere. So make sure wherever you're watching right now, come right back. It says right here before we go, though, Chance Snyder says thoughts about Mike Chandler's next steps now that he's fought out of his Bellator contract. Love to see him back in the UFC. Love to see him anywhere, man. He's a true talent. And, hey, man, he's one of those guys where I don't care what his record is. I just want to see him fight. And if he makes sense here, bring him in here. Why is Derek Lewis fighting in a polo in these promos? Who the fuck's wearing a polo when they're doing their practice? That seems like a terrible choice. You know what? Okay, whatever. I think we're good here. Chance, I hope I answered your question. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a couple minutes, and let's do the real thing for the main broadcast. My thanks to you guys for tuning in. We'll see you back in a few minutes. All right. Peace. Signing out and signing out on this one.